Hi, I'm Dr. Roger Schwelt. I'm a pulmonary and critical care specialist practicing in Southern California, where I've taken care of hundreds of COVID-19 patients. How can sleep enhance immunity? Sleep is the elixir of life. Take it for someone who treats sleep patients. People would give a king's ransom for a good night of sleep, and for good reason. There is new emerging research on how sleep can improve immunity and health. Researchers at the University of Pittsburgh are now showing how much sleep you get, and the quality of sleep that you get can determine whether or not you catch a cold or respiratory virus. Those that got less than 7 hours of sleep per night were 3 times more likely to get an upper respiratory infection than those that got more than 8 hours of sleep per night. Furthermore, other researchers have found that the amount of sleep that you get can impact how you respond to a vaccine. Those that got adequate amounts of sleep per night were found to have twice as many antibodies to a given vaccine than those that were not given enough sleep per night. Now, you need at least 7 hours of sleep per night. And based on the individual, there's a lot of varied reasons why somebody might not be getting enough sleep. But there are some things that come up very frequently. Let's go over those. Number 1, turn off devices that give off light after 9 p.m. This is probably one of the biggest reasons why people go to bed late, is that not only are they going to bed later, but they're also exposing their eyes to light. And this light hits the retina and causes an inhibition of melatonin, which is essential for you to get to bed. Number 2, exercise before bedtime. Now, while it's better to exercise earlier in the day, even exercising before bedtime is better than not exercising at all. This is going to give the body an extra boost to get to sleep better that night. Number 3, if you're having trouble falling asleep, avoid taking naps during the day. When you take naps, you reduce the amount of adenosine in your body. And adenosine is essential for giving you the drive to fall asleep later that night. Finally, number 4, if you're engaged in stress or difficult decisions, try not to go over those right before you go to bed. It's best for your brain to be resting before it goes to sleep. Here we see practical and simple remedies that can be employed in conjunction with modern medical advancements that can enhance our God-given immune system. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. God has given us simple remedies that we can use to prevent us from harm. Learn these simple remedies, like sleep, and teach it to others, so it can be used early in the course of the disease and enhance your immune system so that it could prevent disease progression and even hospitalization. It just might help you or a loved one in the fight against COVID-19.
At only 19 years old, Arthur Allam sensed God calling him to serve in China. This was only a year after he joined the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Even though his own relationship with Jesus was still new and growing, for him the call to go to China was just as definite as the call to keep the Sabbath. He decided to attend Avondale College to prepare for his life of mission service. At Avondale, Arthur connected with 2 people who would be essential in his life. The first was a young woman named Ava. She became his wife and future mission partner. Second was Dr. Harry Miller, a pioneer Adventist missionary to China. Dr. Miller wrote to Arthur and described the work there. He encouraged him to come serve as a missionary. To raise money for traveling, Arthur sold literature in New Zealand as soon as the college year was over. Arthur and Ava married only a month before they sailed to China in 1906. The couple's first assignment was working in the health clinic and printing office overseen by Dr. Miller. The Allams immediately started dressing like their new neighbors and learning to speak Mandarin. They found the new language difficult to learn, but they were determined because they knew it was critical to their mission. Day after day, they practiced until they were fluent in Mandarin. Arthur even became an interpreter. Learning a new language was only the first challenge this missionary couple faced. The second was malaria. Both became ill at one point or another, and Arthur even contracted malaria 3 times. Still, they were committed to serving the people primarily through publishing work and education. In August 1911, Arthur reported that in the year before, the North Central China Mission had 64 church members. That number had since grown to over 100 and was still growing. Arthur said, "In a work like this, there is no room for discouragement." Arthur and Eva had 3 boys while serving in China. Eva stayed busy caring for her family, as well as the people they were trying to reach. She taught Sabbath school, led the Young People's Society, and held Bible studies with women twice a week. For 17 years, Arthur and Ava's family served the Chinese people.
Hi.
Hello.
Every day they tried to share the love of Jesus with even just one person. When Arthur gave a report to the General Conference about the work in China, he highlighted the continual need for missionaries to reach those who did not know Jesus. He said, "We long for power to stir the multitudes of China as they have never been stirred in days past. We are seeking with you for a fresh baptism of the Holy Spirit for service." Today, the mission offerings send and equip missionaries all over the world. Your support helps the Adventist Church answer the Great Commission. Because of the mission offerings, missionaries have the opportunity to take the love of Jesus to the ends of the earth.